Wow, that's the fastest I've ever got up to Conrennie, that's for sure. Right, we're up to Conrennie. Let's have a little pot around in here.
There's 2 dogs out there somewhere.
Right, take it easy, mate, don't worry. It was weird. What's going on with these gears now? Just debating should I head on down to Axenfell. 5th ride in on this bike now. Getting comfortable on the Amflow. Need to be on my A game to go into Axenfell though. Steep tech in there. Can't even ride it when it's wet. Dry today though. Have a quick scooch around this one. See if the tree's been cleared. Should be one of the best trails in here. Wrong one. Like we never rode it before. Rider. The whole gang's out. We've got any chainsaws with you, have we guys? There's a few trees down up ahead. Sneaky chainsaw. She's still well down. There's a bit of a detour forming around it though. Hell of a detour. There's the track. This was it again, I think. Yeah, needs a big chainsaw on that. Amazing really how these trees are still coming down. Been no storms lately. Bit of wind and they're still crashing down. That trail was cleared up until a couple of weeks ago. There were some good trails down in that section, but it's all been cleared. Mainly blasting around in trail and turbo today. Have a bit of fun. Pretty much in eco most of the last ride just to see what I get out of the battery. There was no need in the end because I finished with 30–40% anyway. The way this bike climbs, especially in turbo mode, might as well have some fun. So light this bike compared to the Cube. Right, I'll do this for Conrennie, make a decision. Axenfell or big long climb up to the mountain road to see if the bikes are on. MotoGP going on at the moment. There's a big long fire track, takes you right up to Windy Corner, famous viewing point on the track. Can't hear any bikes whacking around though, so might be worth the ride anyway. It's quite a nice scenic ride up there and a good descent. Decision made. We'll head up towards the mountain road up to Windy Corner. This is a lot rockier than what I remember it. I was thinking I'd blast up this in turbo for a bit of fun, but the problem is once you hit that turbo in full speed, rocks start flying off absolutely everywhere. You can damage the bike a bit. See if I can do a one-handed walk mode. Oh yes. I am liking the walk mode on this bike so far. It just seems to do what it's supposed to do. The Cube was always a bit erratic. Sort of come on, go off, slow down, speed up, hardly do anything. It's a bit weird. I don't know if it was supposed to be dependent on what gear it was in or what, but you just end up bloody screaming at it. It's quite frustrating. This seems to just work, you know, you wouldn't expect walk mode to be so bloody complicated. This one you just press it and it goes. Right, this is a bit more fun for blasting out in turbo. Still can't hear any bikes. At least we get to see some sheep. Hi sheepies! Alright mate. Just thinking how to explain the power on this bike. Obviously it's powerful, everyone knows these Amflows are super powerful, but it gets you up to the cut-off limit of 25 kms or whatever it is, whatever that is, 13-14 miles an hour, so fast, and then that's it, you can't go any faster. So sometimes it feels like there's not much point in having that extra power, but what I have noticed is it's so much easier to keep it at that higher power level. So it is more fun because once you get it gets up to full speed pretty quick. Let's explain it this way. It gets to full speed pretty quick, which is fun. But you know, it's like any boost of acceleration is always going to be exciting. But then it sort of cuts out and you're stuck at that same speed, like there's a bit of drag. So you think, oh, excitement gone. But like I said, it is sort of easier to keep it at that speed then. So in theory, keeping it more fun because you're traveling faster. Again there, just slow down for a second for that bit. A couple of cranks and you're straight back to 24, 25 km. Now this is not particularly steep, this climb up here. But it seems to almost be able to do that even when you're on steeper climbs. I would expect that's where it's even more fun. You can keep the front down, stay dynamic on the bike, keep it under control. Climbing, it's really, really fun on this bike. You almost look forward to the climbs more than the descents. Yeah, you can almost play with it. You can just ease off for a second, just to see how fast it comes back in again. Yeah. Couple of cranks and you're right back up there again. Up to Windy Corner. So cold because it's normally blowing a bloody hoolie up here. It's not bad today. Yeah, that's someone. Is that Big John, is it? Alright, it's a fun little descent. Actually didn't hear any rocks smashing up off the bike, which is a bonus.
Kept my mouth shut. Massive rock bounced up off my toe. Hey! No, the steely's on.
Okay, well we're on 56% after that climb up there and blast back down. You might as well head down through Axenfell, have a bit of fun. Quite enjoying it today. Decent weather. Axenfell somehow seems windier here than what it did up the windy corner. Okay, some steep techie trails in here. Extremely difficult for me anyway when it's wet, so it's looking pretty dry today. The only thing is it is going to be overgrown, so we'll just see how it is. Not be going absolutely mental down it, just feel our way down. This bit here is a nightmare to start with. There's always big rocks right here which are hidden in the grass. I don't want the bottom of this bike getting smashed until I get a guard on it. Right, having said all that, let's go. Easy section. Low branch. This is normally where you get into all the mud. Yeah, this is mentally dry for Axenfell. Loads of rocks. Slippery. There's a bit of momentum there until I didn't. Into the off-camber section. Let's go high or low there. Low this time. Well off-camber there. A little drop here. Yes. Hello my dear, alright. Whew. That wasn't too bad actually. There's the drop there. I suppose you could roll it if you want to, but normally just jump it. Down and see how the jump's doing. I haven't been through here for a while, I don't think. Yeah, still going strong. Yeah, it looks alright. A little run down through there. It takes you into the next section down there. This is all easy enough. Famous last words. I don't normally decide if I'm going to do the drop or just roll down until I sort of get to it, because you've got to carry some speed around that corner. The corner's just awkward. It's always overgrown and everything else. So let's give it a little blast. Oh, very slow around the corner. Oh my god, sketchy off the drop. Nice off the jump though. This bike jumps so well, so light. Right, that's that little section ticked off. Let's get the gears right. I'll put it in auto to descend all this. See how we do. A steep chute here. Right, and then here. Where's the way in? Here. She's low me. Yeah, it's not too bad. Take it steady by. Low route. Alright. Right, there is another steep drop in here. Two drops here to be fair. Problem is, you try and jump them after all. Carry so much speed into that bit. Hard to get on the brakes again. Anyway. The thing with this trail, you do have these little sneaky pokey climbs in it as well. I'm on the right way now. It's a while since I've rode this. a drop there, but I never do that. Yeah, I'm always worried how I'm going to slow down again, because there is a bit of a catch burn, but it's not much. So if I could master that drop one day, it'd be good, but it's not going to be today. This bit's difficult enough down through here. If I've ever popped off that little jump. And you've got these awkward little climby bits up here again. Take it steady, slow it down today. It's getting a bit greasy in here. Still getting used to the bike. Oh God, who the hell put that bloody log across there? That's ridiculous, yeah. Whew. It's always fun when you get to here. Nightmare switchback. Whew. Slow, very slow, but getting down is the main thing. Not going for any PBs today, that's for sure. Okay, first time through Axenfell on the Amflow. I've tried this before. What is this? Is that a drop down there? These are the kind of things I need to learn to ride, really. Steep, and then it's like a jump to almost flat. There's a couple of trails got these kind of features on that I haven't been able to do yet. And again, I don't think that's going to be for today. Easy enough, but oh no, I forgot. It's blocked off down there. Oh shit, have we got any choice? We might have to do it. Or do we? Yeah, I think we might have to do it. I remember now coming through this way with James. We both skidded down that bloody bank to get back down. There's another mega steep shoot out of here. Don't fancy that one either. What else can we get out? I don't know if there's another way out. To go for a little scratch. Oh, they're blocking everything. Bloody locking us in. God's sake. We're gonna have to try it. We can do it, can't we? Huh? Shouldn't be too bad. Let's just do it, we'll be alright. Oh, it was easy. Chill. Over 40. I was looking at it from down here. It's blind. Could have possibly even rolled that, but I'm happy to tick that off actually. Yeah, sort of jumped it. Well, happy to tick that off because there's 2 or 3 trails I ride and it's got a feature almost exactly the same, and I've just stopped every time because it's a bit blind from above. I've not known how to do it. Probably could have rolled that last bit of it once you can see it, but it was quite chill actually, just jumping it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's ticked off. Let's go. Okay, there is one more little trail here, takes you down to Laxey. Hate to keep saying this in the videos. They're probably well overgrown, but what can you do? take a little bit easy. You get a lot of people walking on this trail as well, and when it's overgrown you can't see very far ahead. That's my excuse for going granddad speed anyway. One of these trails, you've got several little punchy climbs on it as well. There's horrible rooty section here. Yeah, caught me again. Well, bush caught me up, to be fair. Oh, you can pop this bike over anything. Alright, big off camber section. Yeah, more trees down in here. How can they be falling down? I'm sure people are dragging them in here. Oh, get a house for that there as well. Oh my god, can't see anything again. Dragging half the bushes with me. It's always tricky there because it's just washed away a bit. I have to stay right on the edge. Oh, I'm wild through here now by giant brambles across the fist. Nice. Rocks. Off the brakes, you pussy. It's always tight down through here. Oh my god, a bramble. Oh. Jesus Christ, half the bushes with me. Laxey town. Chock are busy. I'm still in Grand Prix here. I think it's pretty much the last day or two, but still got a lot of bikes over for it. A rock has come up and hit the top tube somehow. Must have bounced off underneath the saddle and bounced back onto the top tube. Mark the wrap. Nice. A little tricky climb here, which was always good fun to try and get up on the cube. Let's see if the Amflow can do it. No, easy. Thank you. Quick blast round the BMX track. Could never get enough speed for these jumps on the cube. The limiter would kick in. Let's see what she's like on the Amflow. Hey, no problem. Actually, I've worked on them jumps anyway. A bit better now, them jumps. messed around with that one. I've made a new lip on it. I made 2 jumps better, made 1 worse. One more, running out of time. Spent too much yapping down Laxey. We've been having a coffee. There's how you see these places. Whew. Right, let's start heading back. Let's see how she rips up these climbs. Put the front down. That's tremendous. That's the smile factor right there. Yeah, so much power in these climbs. I'm absolutely blasting up this. It's quite steep. Just sat down. Don't even need to stand up. Yeah, that's absolutely effortless, just blasting back there up them steep hills. So easy to keep it under 25 kms. Just gets you there straight away fast. Keeps you there, no problem. Effortless. I suppose in theory that means more time on the trails. You have to save less energy to get back. And you can also get back a lot faster as well. Right, last little section to have a bit of fun on. Climbs like, oh my god. That's insane. It just keeps going. As long as you can keep pedaling. Yeah, lose your momentum if you try and do half a crank for the overrun. It's just not there. What a day, absolute cracker. The motor's very surgy when you're powering up these climbs. You get mad surges of power. And then it sort of backs off again. Still absolutely fires you up, it like. That's the only way I can describe it, is surging. Tell you what, I think I could learn to manual this bike. It might be worth actually practicing it. It's so easy to get the front up. Be nice to have one little trick in the locker. Right, that's it. Another ride pretty much done. Just put her back now on the roads. So, what to say about the bike again? This is the 5th ride in. I must admit, the more I'm riding it, the more I'm enjoying it. I was just thinking about it then. It sort of reminded me when almost as good fun as when I first got an e-bike. There's that initial excitement of what you can do on them and the power and where you can go. What I'm finding on this is just so much fun for smashing up climbs. Don't get me wrong, the Cube on the Bosch CX motor would still power up climbs, yeah, but this is just a different level. really is. It absolutely flies up the climbs. I think I've already mentioned it, but I think it's just because it will keep you at that maximum so easily. The cube would sort of get you up there, but you'd have to more sort of effort to keep it on the 25 kms, the cutout point. This just gets it there instantly and stays there. For the whole ride again, I haven't used the boost today. Most of the ride I've done in trail and turbo, because I just want to get around a bit quicker and just enjoy it a bit more, to be fair. Eco's alright to eke out your batteries, but it's just boring, simple as that. Never going to be as much fun as smashing around things in trail and turbo. So yeah, I didn't use the boost at all today. I just don't know where you're going to use it, because you get up, like I keep saying, it gets up to the cutout point so fast. Where can you use the boost? I think I did press it once, but it only came in for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then I was at the cutout point again. So yeah, even the ride I did out in Laxey, I didn't really think about it until I finished the ride, but I didn't use the boost once in there either. Just didn't even think to use it, because you're already at the top speed so easily. I think you'd have to be a bit premeditated where you're going to use it. Otherwise you just don't think to use it. It's just not needed. Right, anyway, don't know what else to say about the bike. Loving it. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a wheelie going. It was freaking me out before. It's how, yeah, so much power, bloody hell. That's the one thing. Trying to do wheelies on this, have to be very careful. The power. Whoa. Yeah, wheelie's got to take a lot of practice, because it just wants to flip out on you. Right, anyway, that's it. Nearly back, another ride done. If you made it this far in the video, once again, thanks very much. And we'll catch you on the next outing on the Amflow. Take it easy. There we go, home on 10%. Perfect.